And then something else that I got to get off my chest too, is this whole thing about Shador Sanders, the Giants. So it comes out this week. You hear some things about insiders, and I'm using air quotes,
Yep.
that say, well, the Giants are not going to be in on Sanders now because they signed Russell Wilson, they signed Jameson Winston for a bunch of money. I don't know the money, I don't know the deal, but I know that they're getting guaranteed money. They're getting, Russell Wilson's getting some real money this year.
Russell Wilson's getting some. Why anyone's giving him real money, Chris? I don't know.
I have no idea. And so they're saying, well, so therefore they're not going to be in on Sanders. And that's it. So we're going to have to talk about trading out and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I just still disagree with that, Mark. Like, I still disagree with the fact that the Giants are out. I look at it in reverse. I look at it like, okay, we signed these two guys. I mean, I guess you can say, well, why sign both of them, Winston and Wilson? But you sign these two guys in case you don't get a quarterback in the draft versus now that we signed them, we're not going to take one. You know what I mean? Like, why can't they still draft him? I don't follow that. Then what the hell do they do next year?
Listen, Jameis Winston's contract, 2-year, $8 million deal with the Giants, which can swell to $16 million if he hits all his incentives. So what the hell? He's not even going to play. Him. No, they're not spending money on him. It's an $8 million contract. So what the hell are these people talking about spending money? That's not money.
So the argument that I've been hearing is, okay, no owner is going to just give away $8 million, for a number 3 quarterback. So therefore, they're not going to draft Sanders because they're going to have to pay him. And even rookies get like a $36 million deal where, it's like $9 million a year or something like that. Guaranteed. It's all guaranteed. That's the deal. And so why would the Giants do that? No owner is going to sit there and pay this guy for just being a number 3 quarterback, or pay Winston for just being a number 3 quarterback. And my thought on this is, oh, bullshit. Okay, what would you rather have? Because if you're the GM and you're the head coach of the Giants, which you're teetering as it is, okay, over in that franchise, to getting fired, right? So you come into this draft. Suppose you pass on Sanders and you do something different. Take Hunter. Well, I don't know why you take Hunter with neighbors there, but whatever. So let's say you take Hunter or Carter or whatever you do, okay, and you pass on Sanders. What happens when Sanders goes to Dallas or the Raiders and lights it up and becomes a Jaden Daniels? Nobody knows if that's going to happen or not.
They wipe out the GM. They wipe out the head coach. They wipe out everybody.
And I'm quite sure
you look like buffoons.
And I'm quite sure those guys know that's going to happen to them because you look like a fool.